Hello, my friends. For today's reading, we have the earthworm. So I guess I should call you my earthworm friends. So here we go. Earthworm is obviously the earth element. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that they once felt earthworm energy too. We all start somewhere. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up, risk embarrassment. Okay, so you may be, well, we have shy and hesitant, but perhaps timid might be a good word as well. All right, so these are your tea leaf cards, and they are here to help you determine whether or not this is your reading. So they should be familiar in some way to you. So we have September. So there's something significant about the month of September to you, whether that's in the past or in the future, or maybe there's a birthday or anniversary that happens every September, whatever the case may be. And we have Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Is there something in September that's going to test your strength and fortitude? Maybe. Then we have Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. I always think of this as possibly being like commissions or something, bonuses maybe. And then we have Bag, something important such as a new job or raise. So a lot of financial concern here. And then we have Temptation will test you. Get back to basics. I don't know what basics means for you, but apparently you need to pay attention to that. For me, getting back to the basics is a reminder that I need to get back into practicing my practice, my spiritual and physical practices. I practice embodied spirituality, so for me, the things that I do to stay in shape, of course I do Qigong and Tai Chi, so we're not talking about lifting weights here, but they are the things that I do are meditative and help me to connect to the divine as much as they are good for my body. All right, I am doing the Tarot of Mystical Moments now. Oh dear. And your first card out is the Five of Pentacles. So we have a lot of worry, anxiety, which ties right into the earthworm. And we have the Eight of Pentacles also in reverse. So a lot of work that needs to be done. It's tedious work. I call it my grind card. And of course nobody's enthusiastic about it, but it's necessary to get you where you want to go. So it's very important work, no matter how tedious, boring, dull, repetitive it may be. We also have the Empress here, so you are out of alignment with the flow of life. Or you feel you are. Perhaps there are issues with your community, your friends, your family. By friends, I'm talking about people who've been lifelong friends, not someone you've just met. Someone you've known for years, people you've known for years, had a connection with for years. Ace of Pentacles, wanting a new start, wanting to start something new, especially. Something that will take a long time, perhaps, to come into fruition. So it will require a great deal of patience. And I'm not seeing a lot of patience here. We have the Seven of Swords. Okay. The Four of Wands can also be about a marriage. So there's an awful lot of concern for material things here. And there's also this lies, deceit, betrayal card. Perhaps theft. So this is not looking good right now. Something about the community is not healthy. I don't see how this Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, can be part of the community the way it is now. Okay. Now we have the Eight of Swords. This is a really good depiction of the Eight of Swords. Somebody is feeling trapped by their community, by their belief system, by the programming that they have been instilled in them since they were born. The day you were born, you start getting programmed with the familial culture, societal mores, cultural programming, all those things. So this is the best representation I've ever seen of the Eight of Swords. As you can see, this person is here wailing and beating on the bars of their cage. But all they have to do is stop wailing and look around. The door is wide open. They can easily walk out and down the stairs. And that's the thing about the Eight of Swords. I should say it's not really that easy because your community is going to be opposed to that kind of a change. So surrounding your community in this column, not the row, but the column, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So you're feeling very constricted by your community. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, the work that isn't being done, and yet the desire to start something new. That's probably part of the problem. It's not time to start something new. It's time to work on something that's already there. Something that will take time and effort. It will be tedious and time-consuming, and it requires mastery, which only comes with prolonged effort. And perhaps there may be a fascination with the new, but a reluctance to stick around and do the work for a lasting benefit. And that is a form of self-deception. So we have here a Knight of Wands. This is a knight in the uncertainty position. The Knight of Wands can be fairly fast-moving, also brave enough to weather this kind of a storm in the upright. This one is in the uncertainty position, and I think that sums it up nicely. One thing about the earthworm, it's an invertebrate, which means it has no backbone. And that's what I'm seeing as the main problem here. There's the desire to put on a show, to get the acclaim of others, to jump through that fiery ring. Very impressive. Gets people's attention. But if you want to get to the Ten of Pentacles, the established family life, material well-being, a life of abundance, then there's some work that needs to be done. All right, let's see what the divine has to say about all this. First up, we have, man, you are the person on your mind. It specifies a spouse or love interest. Separation, isolation, estrangement, and yet a leap of faith. Sudden change in direction, moving on, prosperity. Again, that desire, that concern for prosperity. And then we have a chandelier, illumination, enlightenment, perhaps tradition. It did come out on top of the community card. So I usually read the fox as a very monogamous, solid partner. But in this deck, they specify self-interest, cunning, sly, crafty. Something's off. Foxes are very good at sneaking around, getting into places they shouldn't be able to get into, and looking out for themselves. There is a need for a recovery. I'm not sure what is trying to be recovered yet. That's interesting. So, metamorphosis. Embrace change, evolution of the soul, reinventing yourself. Firefly, illumination. This is also illumination. Self-discovery, soul spark. Wow, you really want to just rediscover yourself? Or you need to. This is what the universe is trying to tell you. You need to get back on the road to healing. It's a long journey. It has lots of twists and turns and ups and downs. You will need to be patient and flexible. Treat it as an exploration. It's not a race. Personal growth has its own pace. So, this is pretty straightforward, honestly. There needs to be some changes here in how you approach things. You are in isolation now. I'm not sure what the recovery is all about. I mean, yes, you need to do this healing. I think this is necessary for the recovery to happen. Whether it's recovering yourself, which is a very, very important thing to do, or if there's a desire to recover a connection. We have this Ten of Pentacles sticking out here. The Ten of Pentacles, it's a solid connection, a solid family situation, lots of stability. It's not the happily ever after of the Ten of Cups, but it's the next best thing. Remember, you have temptation will test you, and getting back to the basics, which I think is very much what this last line is about. You have to get back to yourself. Let's see if there's anything else here. think I'll go with the Healing Spirits Oracle. Trust in the divine, and your prayers will be answered, whatever they may be. This says trust in the wise spirits, but if that has meaning for you, you should take that way. All right. You have Go Within on the bottom of the deck, which I think is probably what you really, really need. Have faith, go within, do the work. I don't think there's anything else to be said. I am wishing you all the best. Till next time.